Hello there, my CEO friend. Congratulations on getting access to this video. Sit down with me. Let's have a conversation and go over these 3 simple steps that you can start using in your business right away to minimize your expenses and keep more profit so that you can stop hustling 24/7 and actually enjoy the fruits of your labor. I want to talk to those of you who may not be making 6 to 7 figures yet. This may not be that helpful for you. It may just kind of go over your head. Because I remember when I was not making 6 or 7 figures yet, even being an accountant and a CFO, these things I wasn't even thinking about. I was thinking about making sure that my idea was validated and that I had a sustainable business. And 6 figures was my benchmark to show that my idea had been validated. I've worked with many women. I've experienced myself, and all too often, we are all thinking the same thing. We've made the 6 or 7 figures. We finally reached that goal, and we thought it was going to be easier, right? And while I did, and I'm sure you did too, you got a little relief in your personal life, but then the anxiety on the business side kept creeping up. We were worrying about making sure that we never miss a revenue goal. We started investing in all of these different things instead of really making strategic investment decisions that allow us to make more while we actually work less. We didn't assess our relationship with money. Like, who thinks about that? And the next thing you know, our bank accounts and our profit and loss statements, things aren't just adding up. The math ain't mathing. Does any of that sound familiar to you at all? I know it does for me. Don't worry though. These 3 simple steps in this recipe that we're going to talk about is going to help you, just as it has helped countless other women, keep more of the money that they make so that they can stop hustling, so that the business will actually be making money and they can enjoy the fruits of their labor. After I share these 3 steps though, you may want to get your results implemented faster. So I'm going to tell you what to do for next steps. So before we kind of jump right in, I want to make sure that you got pen and paper, because these 3 steps are things that you can really immediately do right now. And I've made them easy for you. Each one of them start with PRO, pro. The first step is provision. Make sure that you're actually making money in the business. People paying their invoice and you making money are 2 totally different things. So let me tell you about my client, Nina. She has a primarily cash-based business. Cash was moving throughout her business consistently and regularly because she had a service-based business that dealt primarily in cash. But although she was consistently bringing in money, she always seemed to be robbing Peter to pay Paul, and she couldn't figure out why. So after our work together, Nina realized that while she was collecting cash, she wasn't actually making money on several of her service offerings, which was one of her major contributors to being in survival most of the time. This is why number 2 is important. Number 2 is profit. Figure out how much money you're making and how much money you're spending. Jennifer had no clue how much she was making or spending until she was faced with a huge liability from the IRS, which she was not in a position to pay because she didn't have the funds. While it was too late to reverse that huge tax liability, what our work together did was to help her to estimate future tax liability and eliminate future surprises so that she can ensure that her days of just willy-nillying her profit was over. For you, this means that at a bare minimum, you are reviewing your balance sheet, your profit and loss statement, and your cash flow statements monthly. Step 3, project. Identify your biggest money maker and your biggest money drain. Let's talk about Sam for a minute. Sam knew that she was good because she had money in the bank. She was cash flowing. Her 60 to 70 hour work weeks, they were paying off, although she had little to no time for anything else, including herself. Her life was her business. Sam thought that she just needed someone to keep her finances organized so that she can keep running her business and doing the same thing that she'd been doing all along so well, she thought. After working with me, though, Sam reclaimed about 20 to 30 hours per week of her time. That's a 40% decrease in working hours. What could you do outside of your business with 20 to 30 more hours? So here's a quick recap. Step 1, provision. Make sure you're actually making money. Step 2, profit. Figure out how much you're making and how much you're spending. And step 3, project. Figure out your biggest money maker and your biggest money drainer. So now let's talk about the next step. For those of you that love a good set of simple instructions and you've gotten good results from doing things DIY, you're good to go. Simply give this information to your team and, like I said, you'll get some immediate results. The only request that I have for you DIYers is that you send me a testimonial with your transformation. Cool? Cool. But if you're anything like me, you're over that DIY. You're exhausted from tackling everything already by yourself, and you're eager to identify and quickly resolve those financial leaks in your bucket. So then working with an expert like my team and me, every step of the way will guide you, will help you to get to your results faster. Now let's talk about next steps. So for those of you who love a good DIY, who love a good set of simple instructions that you can implement with your team, you're good to go. The only thing that I ask is when you get those results, you get that transformation, that you send me a testimonial. Cool? Cool. For those of you that are like me and you want to get to your results faster, you want somebody to actually hold your hand and guide you along the way. You want your own team because maybe you don't have a team. You've been doing everything by yourself, but you want to begin to fill those financial leaks. You want to begin to repair them and actually get stuff done. Then working with an expert like myself and my team will help you to get there faster. So what I want you to do is schedule your breakthrough session by clicking the booking button below. And then we will hop on a call. We'll actually talk about whether or not we are a good fit for each other, see how we can best achieve your goals, and then we'll go from there. I'm looking forward to helping you to get your results. And for those of you that are going to DIY, I'm looking forward to the results that I know that you're going to achieve by following this 3 simple step recipe. So I'll see you on the other side.